Do you have pain in your body? Do you have sort of like things that just persist and you don't really know why? It's good some days, bad some days. Movement fixes that. Let's get on our mat today for even 20 minutes and just move. Very deliberate, mindful, controlled movements so that we're in control of our body. We can explore the corners and the joints and all of the movements and start to feel better and let our body heal from within. I like to think that my yoga is good for any level, so it can tend to feel intense, but it's going to be explained. Every move is going to be broken down, and I'm really going to check in with your alignment to make sure that you're doing it correctly. Come on your hands and knees. If being on your knees is not comfortable, you can always put a cushion, a towel, anything there. That's very normal. Let your legs just kind of be, the top of the feet are flat. Your hands are lined up. Your fingers are spread really wide. And then notice how your forearms can kind of like turn in and out a little bit. We want the elbow crease, so the inside of the elbow forward. In most of the poses, you'll notice how they rotate and spiral in different poses. But for the most part, in like hands, knees, plank, downward dog, we want those elbow creases forward. Okay, now you're going to notice your good alignment and then your spine. So it's like kind of in the middle, round and arched. I want you to send your heart forward and even go past your wrist. You'll start to feel your forearms. And here I want you to take a deep breath. Typically do in the nose, out the mouth. Sometimes when you're doing yoga, you can just do in and out the nose. Just play around with that idea. Let your head go around your back. And now you're going to really push your hips forward. Now take a breath and just send the breath to the back. Think about breath traveling through your body as like an energy system. So it's not just breathing in and out of the lungs, it's breathing in every minute of your life. That breath is happening, but now we're controlling it, which is giving us control over our body and connecting us to the nervous system. Walk your hands forward and then tuck your toes and sit back on them and look back. So I'm trying to get all the toes down flat. And I'm stretching the sole of my feet. Press the chest down. Come back to the breath. Come back up with a round back. Tuck the chin. Relax the top of the toes. Just bring the hands back in. Arch and look up. Really let the belly drop down. Shoulders going forward. Heart forward. Shoulders are kind of coming together on the back. And then separate them. I remember when yoga got really popular, everybody was like, cat-cows are so lame, they're so boring. And I'm like, yeah, they are kind of boring. And then I realized like what they actually do. Moving your spine in this way, it's like literally one of the best ways to warm up. So we have to do these, and your body will crave them once you start doing them right. Elbow creases forward, press index and thumb, heart forward, round, push out. Lift the spine up to the ceiling. Okay, let's send the right leg back. Push. So right away I'm really getting into that calf. All the toes. And there's a lot of watching in yoga. I don't want you to close your eyes or zone out. I want you to be watching and feeling what's going on. So you can be aware of what you're doing. So I'm seeing all my toes hit the ground, ball of the foot, heel is straight back, and then drop the heel down, so now it's parallel. And then your left heel will kind of come over as support to the other edge of the mat. Lift the right arm up high and just notice how much you can open. 180, maybe go beyond. Check in, take a breath. And your exhales are everything. Exhales are just going to be your best friend. It's great to take the energy in with the inhale, but it's even better to let it out with the exhale. Come back, knees together, push the ground, round out the back. Arch and look forward. These are things that you'll hear me say a lot. Left leg back, push the toes. Feel that calf. Looking, watching, and also feeling, just connecting everything. You can angle that heel as you open up, drop the foot in the back. See how much you can open. And by being mindful of your body, so for example, this leg just naturally turns out when I go up, but some people come up and they're like, oh my God, and then they fall here. It's all about moving slowly and being like, oh, I need to support my base here. Let me bring this leg out so I can open as big as I want. Come on back. All right, let's just come up to sort of stand, kneeling, and push your hips forward. Take a deep breath. Oh, and by the way, it might take you a few times to get a deep breath. I mean, the breath can really be such a challenging part of yoga because, you know, the breath is really telling you what's going on inside your body. You know, we're happy, we're breathing heavy, we're excited, we're breathing short, we're running, there's so many different things. And when we're tired, we start to yawn, there's so many indicators. So controlling the breath is an awesome part of yoga because it starts to make us feel in control of our bodies. Okay, so push your hips forward. Breathe into the space that you create. Feel the softness, the settling on the exhale. Lift your heart, lift your chin, drop your head to one side. You can kind of just give it a little weight. Other side. Necks can stretch, so don't worry about your neck. They like these kinds of stretches, the neck. Let it go. Give it a roll. I'm hearing a lot of cracking, but that's okay. Maybe you are too. All right. So we're in this kneeling position. And just bring your one leg forward. Doesn't matter which one. Push into that leg. Lift your heart. So I'm in that same kind of arched position. I'm right over the toes, the knees coming forward. Use your back foot too for support. So I'm kind of like really engaging the toes, pressing them down. Inhale your arms overhead. Once you get there, big exhale, squeeze your biceps to your ears. Hold this one. This one's a little tricky. Hang in there, it gets better. We're decompressing the spine, lift up really high. Squeeze biceps in. Soften elbow to knee, so cross over. Take a breath. Remember, the breath doesn't have to be supercharged, like, very intense. It can be a gentle breath that you feel go in, expand the torso a little bit, and then just out. Sometimes it's just about trying to breathe to the lower belly, feel a little expand, and then come out. Come back, open up to the opposite side. And when you do get that nice deep breath, you'll feel it. So it's really good. So we're just working towards it. We're not going to get it every time. Bring your hand down by your heel. If this isn't doable, you can put a block right here. And check in with your balance. Check in with everything. Move your leg as you need. Feel this big stretch, this big flex happening here on this front leg. Check in with the neck. I like to look around sometimes, look up. Come back. Let's step this leg back and do the other side. So one leg, opposite leg forward. Square off. Push the leg forward. Hold that for a second. I'm trying to send the breath down to the lower belly. Arms. Squeeze. Use your balance. Check in with the toes, everything you have on the ground. If you need to heel toe that foot out to the side, do that. We're here for a couple of breaths. Feel your sides getting long. Pushing forward. And twist, elbow to knee, cross over. And just feel what's going on. Open back up. Naturally, I move that back heel for support. You'll do that too once you get going. You can bring that foot in a little bit. The breath will always kind of lift you up, make you feel long, find the space. And the exhale, empty, soft, find the flexibility. Hand comes down if that's doable. It's a big stretch here. Big kind of, it's hard. Looking up, looking down. Remember, when you start yoga in the beginning, everything is going to feel weird, but you're going to feel good at the end. That's the guarantee. You're going to feel something, that's for sure. Come on up. Come back. Okay. We've done a lot on the ground today, but I like this. So let's keep doing it. Definitely throw you in 1 or 2 downward dogs though. All right, back to child's pose. So knees are together, heels are together, or toes together actually. Heels can go out to the sides. Walk your hands out. Straight arms. Forehead down. Breath. Here comes the downward dog actually. Let's come forward. So the reason why I put you into child's pose is to get the alignment. So now my hands are under my shoulders and just do the best you can. Back to a plank, prop right up. I do feet together, but you can space them out a little bit. And then you're gonna look forward, get long, hold, and then lift the hips. I step my feet forward a tiny bit, and I'm here in downward dog. I start to shift my weight right to left. Press right hand, right foot, hold, left. Then I'm gonna add a pedal. Hands pressing, index, thumb. Still here. Good. Forward, plank. This is hard. Downward. Drop one knee. Lift up. Just reviewing. Come back. Opposite leg back. Drop, lift. Push hips forward. Big exhale. Hands to the ground. Round, look through. Push the ribs out to one side. Push the ribs out to the other side. Lift one leg up high. Doesn't matter which, we're doing both. Bring it forward. Arms overhead. Twist. Back up. Open. This is like warrior two. Can you tip back and touch your heel with your fingertips closer than you think? Tap, lift. Don't go too crazy here. Come back. Plank. We're starting to move a little faster, but it's everything we've already reviewed, except chaturanga, of course. Chaturanga. Let's drop the knees. Heart forward. And then we're going to lower it down. Upward dog. Pressing my feet back. Pressing my hands. A gentle, deep breath into the belly. The big exhale. Tuck the toes. Downward dog. Lower the knees. Opposite leg lifts. Bring it forward. Inhale. Twist. Cross over. Open up. Like a warrior two. Look back. See your heel. It's closer than you think. If it's really far, tuck the toes. It just brings it a couple of inches up higher. See if you can go back into that. Come back. Step it back. Plank. Let's just drop it into upward dog. So stay on your toes. Hips forward. Downward dog. Looking at the feet, seeing that they're in line, fingers in line. Soften your knees and start to press your chest back towards the thighs, almost like you're bringing your head towards the ground. Press the thumbs, press the fingers. Push, 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 straight arms. Plank. Bend the knees, push back. Plank. Drop both feet to the ground. Lift up side plank. Other side. Come on down. Drop the knees. Right arm goes up. Send it through. Bring that shoulder all the way down if you can. Get a nice exhale. Come back. Left arm. Send it through. Come back. Let's have a seat. Close your eyes and sit up nice and tall. Take a breath. Try to keep your eyes relaxed, closed here for another moment while we close, and just to kind of summarize or, regroup what we just did. So we just did some basic movements. We're becoming aware of our movements. We're paying attention. We're connecting how we feel with what we see. We're just coming back to the basics. And we have to do that a lot in a yoga practice. Even advanced people often will take like a beginner class just to break it down and just get real simple. So if you're starting today with this video, I think it's a great idea to come back to it sometimes and just feel the simplicity of it all, because yoga can feel very overwhelming. So give yourself a moment, connect to some type of gratitude. Anything that just gives you that little feeling inside that makes you feel like, I'm happy about this. I'm excited about this. Whether it's starting this yoga journey or something that you did or will do today, we have to dig and find these feelings in our body because they have so much power. Negativity can sometimes creep in very easily and can just kind of spiral. So it's important to do the work to keep the mind focused on these kinds of feelings. And yoga really facilitates that. Breathe deep into your belly. Hold it. Let it out. Again, feel the belly. Breathe in. Feel it expand. Hold at the top. Let it out. Bring your arms overhead. Grab your wrist and tip. Tip to the other side. Hands to your heart. Just notice how this feels. If this feels right for you and you can sit here longer, go for it. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes of concentrated movement to just be able to sit still and enjoy it. Just notice all the benefits of yoga coming out now that you created for yourself. And have a great rest of your day. Namaste.